How do you get fit? The same way you recover from addiction, one day at a time. If we're talking physical fitness, like losing weight or getting more aerobically in shape, building our energy physically, or building muscle, then what do? We go power walking, or ride an exercise bike, or go to the gym, but with consistency. Because if we do it only every now and then, we're not going to achieve long-term results. So fitness involves some repetition and some consistency. I love this t-shirt. This is, if you can read it, it says Fit Spiritual Condition. And this is the t-shirt from the Southeast Regional Conference of Young People and Alcoholics Anonymous, the 2017 conference here in St. Petersburg, Florida. I taught yoga and meditation for a couple days there. Met some really amazing people. There were hundreds and hundreds of young people getting sober and free from their addictions. The energy was off the charts. And I love this idea of the theme of the conference being fit spiritual condition, because it's something we need to work on a consistent basis. Now, of course, spiritual means different things to different people. There's a difference between religion and spirituality, and I don't want to slice and dice all that, because definitions and conceptions of higher power and all of that is a very personal journey of understanding. And so, kind of leaving all that debate aside, I think we can all agree, you can agree, I can agree, that spiritual fitness has something to do with staying free from our addictions. The internal connection of guidance and trust and doing the next right thing. And when I say trust, I mean trust in our inner guidance, like understanding ourselves, really feeling connected. In fact, the word yoga translates to connection or union. So, even in the word yoga, we have that yearning for, that seeking for, that journey of inner connection and self-awareness. And Qigong as well, the ancient Chinese discipline of movements. When you see me open the video and do this, I'm gathering qi from the universe and bringing it down into my energy center, into my gut, and using that energy to help carry me through what I want to say, which often doesn't really come out the way that I want to say it, but that's the inner trust. I'm just kind of letting it go with where I am today. And today I'm going through some personal challenges. There's some stuff going on in life that is really, really hard for me right now. And I'll be honest with you, and for a few weeks, I totally went off the rails with my practice. With yoga, Qigong, normally I do something every day, even if it's just a few minutes of Qigong movements. And this allows me to connect with my breath and my intention, my energy, my spirit, get emotionally balanced. And I kind of ditched it all for a while. It was just like, screw this. I don't know, life's happening and I don't feel like doing this right now. And I felt the effects. I felt the effects not only in my physical energy level, not like I'm trying to use these things to get exercise. I wasn't really physically exercising either, but the way that these tools that I use for addiction recovery help me connect and find that inner centeredness, that groundedness, that union with my spiritual condition. Being in fit spiritual condition, it doesn't happen if I don't do it on a regular basis. And for me, that means every day. For me, it means even just a few minutes of going outside, or even finding a comfortable spot in the house if it's raining, and doing some Qigong or a yoga posture or two, and especially breathing. In fact, just breathing and sitting, just kind of being with myself and using the tool and technique of finding and creating a space of awareness for what's going on with myself, carving that time out, even if it's just a few minutes. Now, a longer practice is great. If we can get to a yoga class, or do an online yoga class, or do 15 minutes of Qigong, or any of the other things that I do, that you do, that are allowing us to get more and more fit over time. But what I'm learning, not learning it, I knew it and I forgot it. Okay, I wasn't doing what I teach, which is keep doing this stuff on a regular basis, because it matters. And sometimes people relapse and they come back into the program of addiction recovery having learned a lot, because they kind of went off the rails and they're like, whoa, yeah, that is not better. I really need to keep doing the things I need to do to stay free from my addiction one more day at a time. And so in a similar way, I kind of fell off the rails of doing my routine physical practice. and the yoga, the qigong, and even just kind of making those little bits of time to stay centered and breathing. I thought about it. I knew I needed to do it, but I wasn't doing it. And that's the difference between knowing and acting. And that's a really hard gap. And that's why I'm here to help you, encourage you, give you some of my own story, be a little bit vulnerable and be like, okay, I don't do all this stuff perfectly every day, all the time. I hope that you do. I certainly don't. I hope that I do it more for myself and continue, because it's what I need. It's what I need to have fit spiritual condition. Because if I don't take regular action going forward, even just a little bit every day at a time, to nurture this inner connection with myself, this inner guidance, this trust, then all bets are off, right? Yeah, keep coming back. So if you're not already receiving an email from me, please head on over to growingbalance.com. Just like I'm growing my ability to stay on track one day at a time with my tools for addiction recovery, and there are a lot of them, and I'm growing my ability to connect with myself and stay in the moment and be true and honest with what's really going on in life and what the next right thing is for me. As I grow my balance, my fit spiritual condition, I'll keep going forward one day at a time. So please join me at growingbalance.com. Offer me your email address. I'd love to include you in receiving more information and education about the tools that I use to keep on one day at a time. Thanks for being here. See you next time.